Congratulations, they look great. You feel lighter?
At a flight school graduation in Corpus Christi, Vivien Crea greets graduates. She's dressed as the Ancient Albatross, a title given to the Coast Guard aviator who's been active the longest. Like her ceremonial costume, Vivien is also part of U.S. history. Before her recent retirement, she was the only woman ever to serve as second in command of a branch of the armed forces.
And, that's one of our biggest concerns right now is the amount of drugs that are coming across the border.
Vivien believes her career soared because she was well grounded.
I would say the core values that my parents instilled in me. The very high expectations of what it is that you can and should achieve, and the hard work that it takes to get there, and not to compromise your principles.
Vivien was born in 1951 in Virginia into an Army family. They moved frequently between the U.S., Europe, and Asia, and in 1970 she came to the University of Texas to complete her biology degree. Vivien recalls how the many distractions of Austin nearly ended her college career.
In addition to skipping classes and going out to the lake every day, and then having to plead with the dean to let me back in again, and then having to really work hard to get straight A's so that I could be able to stay in.
That valuable lesson left Vivien more focused than ever. When she graduated from UT in 1972, she went on to the Coast Guard's Officer Candidate School. She was commissioned an officer, but not assigned to a vessel.
I asked to go to a cutter, a ship, a Coast Guard ship, and I was told no, you can't, because Coast Guard doesn't have women on ships because we can't afford to spend the money on having separate berthing areas and separate head facilities and everything. And I said, okay, well then I'm going to go fly.
Female pilots were also against the rules of the day, but Vivien was persistent. The Coast Guard finally allowed her to enter flight school. She earned her wings and began flying missions in 1977, a feat that didn't go unnoticed by her male counterparts.
They gave me a C-130 with lace glued on all the trailing edges.
Pranks like that didn't stop Vivien from ascending the ranks. She eventually took command of 2 air stations, a first for a woman, and she was the first woman to carry the so-called nuclear football for a president.
I will tell you what's in it. I'd have to shoot you. No, that was a great job.
Vivien also continued her education, receiving master's degrees from Central Michigan University and MIT. Perhaps her most challenging assignment came after 9/11, when she was placed in command of all northeastern U.S. Coast Guard operations. In 2006, Vivien was promoted to Vice Admiral in command of all operations east of the Rocky Mountains. In September, Vivien gracefully maneuvered into civilian life with her husband, Ron Rutledge, also a retired Coast Guard aviator.
I think of all the amazing things that I've been able to do, the things that I've been able to see, the people whose lives I was able to help. I'm proud of everything that I've been able to accomplish. I'm very proud of being part of the Coast Guard, because I think it's just a phenomenal service.
Tonight, we honor a UT graduate whose distinguished service blazed a new trail for women and earned her unparalleled respect. Vivien Crea, a distinguished alumna of the University of Texas at Austin.